Hello and welcome. I'm Chuck Kahn. I'm a body imager at the University of Pennsylvania, where I serve as professor and vice chair of radiology. I am thrilled to give you a special preview today of the upcoming RSNA Spotlight course entitled Radiology Reimagined: Advancing Clinical Practice Through AI Innovation. This new course will take place October 16th and 17th in Barcelona, Spain. Joining me today is my colleague and our course director, Dr. Nina Kotler. Together, we'll explore what you can expect if you attend this program, which has been designed to advance your understanding of an application of AI in radiology. Welcome, Dr. Kotler.
Thanks for having me. And please call me Nina.
So, Nina, can you give us an overview of what the Spotlight course in Barcelona is all about and who it's designed for?
Absolutely. The Spotlight course is a 2-day deep dive into how end users can practically deploy AI in their institutions. We created the content because there's just a lot of AI products out there, but we're not seeing as many deployed in production. And that means we're not getting that benefit from the lab to our patients. So the focus of the course is to bridge that gap between lab and clinic. We'll do that by sharing best practices through a mix of both didactic and interactive sessions. And that should hopefully give the attendees a clear understanding of how AI is utilized, how it can be deployed, and hands-on experience in validating these tools. You also asked who it's good for. I mean, it's a radiology course, so of course radiologists are going to be a great attendee, but I think it could be applied to anyone in the healthcare space, whether you're in radiology or another specialty. We just happen to be a little bit ahead of other specialties in terms of use. I think vendors and developers would get great insights into the kinds of things that the end user is looking for. And I've even spoken with some investors who are looking to invest in different healthcare entities or vendors. They'd get great insight into what these tools need to do.
Great. So it sounds like participants in this course will really dig into how AI applies into clinical practice. How is the course structured to make sure the attendees walk away with the practical tools and frameworks that they can use?
So I think the key things that you said are practical tools and frameworks. Part of why I think we're not seeing AI deployed as much as it should be is because we just haven't shared those practical tools. There's not enough people that are using it at scale that have figured out what's the best way to implement, what are the tips and tricks. So we're going to do that, but we'll begin with general concepts about AI. So you could be someone who knows AI or someone who doesn't, and you could still get value from the course. We'll then dive into what people should be doing or what groups should be doing both before they deploy AI, during AI deployment, and after. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth. We specifically chose faculty who have a lot of hands-on experience in using these tools in practice so that they can give you those tips and tricks and lessons learned over time. And I think you and I are actually going to be answering that age-old question that keeps popping up, like where are we going? What's going to happen to the future of our profession? What's going to happen to radiologists?
Yeah, and spotlight courses that the RSNA has produced have really strong community component, and they bring radiologists to interesting destinations. What opportunities do you see that participants will have in Barcelona to connect, to collaborate with their colleagues from around the globe?
It's very different than what you might experience with one of the large conferences that they have every year. And I've been involved in a few of these spotlight courses so far. They are able to attract the highest caliber faculty, which normally you would not get unless you're in that sort of very large worldwide type of conference. But instead of being in a crowd of thousands of people, you're in a small group and you're interacting with the faculty throughout the course. Anytime there's breaks, you can go up and talk. There's question and answering. So you really get to know the people who are doing the presentations and make sure that the content is available to you and consumable. So I'd say that's really different. There's also an interactive component that we're doing at the end of day 2. So after we go through all of the best practices and tips and tricks, you get to apply that. And that really can hopefully allow you to feel like, what is it like if I'm actually doing this? When I go home, you could take all of those lessons learned with you.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I look forward to as well with these more intimate settings and the opportunity for interaction with faculty and the people who are attending. Can you share a little bit about what makes this Spotlight course so valuable for learning about artificial intelligence in radiology?
I think the best things that you're going to get out of it is a framework to understand how you would deploy it. Right now, deployment of AI in radiology is kind of like the Wild West. Everyone's trying to do something. People are writing papers about it. It's hard to consume all of this information and just know how do you put it all together. And frankly, I don't think that a lot of the lessons that come out of the research lab help in every component of deployment because they're not deployed. They help in understanding how the tools are made and how we might work with them, but there's a lot of lessons that you learn once you're getting to deployment. And then also, I think there's not enough people that are talking about how do you continuously monitor these tools. We have to understand how to monitor the accuracy over time, but not only the accuracy of the AI, but how the human interacts with the AI tool. Most of these tools are augmentative, like they're helping the end user. And so you don't want to evaluate them in isolation. You want to evaluate how the two are coming together. So we have to combine both sort of the science of the AI with the realistic human AI interaction and how they collaborate together.
That's great. Thanks. And what would you say to someone who's on the fence about attending this course? Why should they register now and join us in Barcelona in October?
Well, it's your chance to gain really practical real world insights into deploying AI and actually get it going at your practice. AI is the future. And if you are not looking at how to do it now, you're not gaining that experience and expertise. And I think you have the opportunity to be left behind. You get the chance to learn directly from experts to fast forward your knowledge so that you can implement. These are people who have been doing it in the trenches. And frankly, you can't beat the location. Hosted in Barcelona. It's like one of the world's most inspiring cities.
Well, I'd like to thank Dr. Nina Kotler for the excellent overview of what's ahead in the Spotlight course in Barcelona.